Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. President Trump rejecting plans Iran's request to lift the naval blockade. He's doubling down on squeezing the regime economically through both the blockade and new sanctions. Joining us now live is NTD's White House correspondent Iris Tao. Iris, good afternoon. What is the latest?
Good afternoon to you as well, Don. So President Trump is now rejecting an Iranian proposal for the U.S. to first lift its naval blockade against Iranian ports while postponing talks about Iran's nuclear ambitions till a later stage. Instead, President Trump told Axios in an interview today that he will keep its naval blockade against Iran in place until Iran comes to agreement about its nuclear program. He also asked that, quote, the blockade is somewhat more effective than the bombing. They're choking like a stuffed pig. Meanwhile, last night during a state dinner at the White House, President Trump also reiterating his vow that he will not let Iran have a nuclear weapon. Watch.
Two of you might know, and we're doing very well. We have militarily defeated that particular opponent, and we're never going to let that opponent ever, Charles agrees with me, even more than I do, we're never going to let that opponent have a nuclear weapon. They know that, and they've known it right now very powerfully.
And Axios is also reporting that Central Command is planning more strikes on Iran to get them to the negotiation table. Meanwhile, this morning, President Trump on Truth Social posting that, quote, Iran can't get their act together. They don't know how to sign a non-nuclear deal. They better get smart soon. And that fresh warning is accompanied by an AI image of him holding a gun with explosions in the background with the words, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." It comes as the U.S. Treasury is also trying to squeeze the Iranian regime economically by announcing in the latest development that it's frozen more than $344 million in cryptocurrency tied to the Iranian regime. Of course, that's part of the Trump administration's current efforts to choke off the Iran's regime's economic revenue. Back to you.
And Iris, as well, about the shooting over the weekend, new court filings today are revealing details about the shooter that we didn't know